Just when you see the schedule lined up with the changing nature of the Big Ten, just how much incentive, motivation does it give you knowing it certainly looks on the surface like something a little stiffer than what any of the Big Ten teams have seen in the past?
When you get close to it, I say the nerves definitely rise a little bit. Right in here, think about fall camp, you're kind of under the clock now. And, we have to have a really good fall camp this year to be ready for that schedule from week 1 to week 12. So, we got a lot to work on, and this is going to be a huge fall camp for us.
Going against the offense in the spring, what do you think some of the major differences are going to be about them, specifically just with guys maybe getting their feet under them, having been in that system for about a year now? Did you notice any steps forward going against those guys?
Yeah, I think the O-line is really taking a step forward through all those guys. Malman, Riffro, and Gattinelli, those guys are really, playing on a string with each other. And, they truly had a run game in the spring that was tough to stop. It wasn't a true 11, 10 personnel running scheme where it's easy to stop. If you just load the box, you can stop it. But, those guys are doing a real good job in that. So I got to give my hats off to the O-line in the spring.
Do you think I'd say everyone would love to have Braylon Allen, but do you think not having a guy that necessarily needs 15, 20 touches a game, gets stronger as the game goes on, maybe benefits this offense just in terms of, kind of that unpredictability in the run game like you talked about?
Oh, yeah. Chez and Towie's doing a great job right now. Having true two-back system where both the guys can go in and, it's not giving off any tells that they're going to get the ball or not. And now that allows us to be a little bit more universal as an offense.
What gives you confidence this defense will be better this year?
I think the pieces that we have in the room through everybody, I truly believe we're a deeper defense this year. From the outside back room, from the inside back room, safety, D-line, we truly have a rotation. We truly have rotational guys that can come on the field and play. And, at the end of the day, I truly believe that defensive players have a big stake in special teams. When you have starters on special teams, then you have a really good defense/special teams, and that's going to really help the team this year.
Of course, there was a ton of change last year. Going into this year, do things feel more comfortable? What feels different, and how do you guys maybe feel more confident because of that? Because you have year 2 of this fifth layer.
I think the difference is the confidence within the team, the confidence within the program, and you got a lot of guys, truly trusting themselves, believing in themselves, believing in the team, where we can go out and put the best product on the field on Saturday.
You've been to camp at Platteville last year. This year's second year doing it. What did you like about that, and what benefits of it is just kind of getting the guys away from everything and just playing football?
It's a tough place to be. It's a quiet place. There's not much out there. They have great facilities, great food, all that stuff. But when you're out there, it's only football, and you only have your teammates and the field to really rely on. So. That's the biggest difference in Platteville. When we used to do camp here under Chris, you'll be in here all day, then you'll be able to go home, right? You'll be able to see the city on the ride home. You'll be able to do all that stuff, but you're in Platteville the whole time there. So, it forces guys to lock in and treat it as a retreat.
I forgot to ask you last week. What's behind the number change?
Nothing much, to be honest. Coach Brady convinced me to do it. Man, I trust the guy, I believe him. He said I'm gonna play better if I'm in number 1, so I trust him. That's the only thing behind it.
After the Northwestern game, things looked like they were kind of teetering for you guys. Could have fallen off the rails really quick, even the first quarter of the Nebraska game too. What do you think you guys just found those last 2.5 games of the season, and how much momentum did you get off those games, even despite losing to LSU too?
I think that little patch is on everybody, right? The players, coaches, and we all had to come together and find out what truly works for us. And during that that little segment, it was kind of we gotta treat every game like the Super Bowl. We can't be lackadaisical through anything. We gotta practice hard and all that stuff. So I think our intentions change, right? How we go throughout the day, how we look at things, and we just adjusted to where we can have a chance to win.
Okay, one of the things that Coach Tressel said a little bit ago was that the pressure on the front seven had to be manufactured last year with blitzes and different things. What do you think you guys have done the spring, summer to get better and be better rushers so maybe you don't have to blitz quite as much?
There's benefits to being an aggressive defense. But when your aggressive defense starts to become your base stuff, that's not good, right? Where you have to send extra people in the box, when you have to drop extra people in coverage, when you have to do stunts, where you have to do all this mumble jumble, and where guys can't line up and just play football. And the better of a defense you are at counterpunching, when you become a counterpunching defense, that allows you to do more stuff, right? That when you can align in your base fronts, when you can align in your base nickel packages and just play ball, that gives you a chance to be a really good defense. Now when you get to third down, well, they're not expecting anything new. They don't know what's coming. So, we're truly working on that this year, and through fall camp, I think that's going to be a point of emphasis for us.
For you, I would say with the roommates, like who are you rooming with, and was that something you picked, or did they assign you? The roommates there.
I picked my roommate. I think this year we were allowed to pick our roommates, and my roommate here is Riley Mallman. He wasn't really happy about that. I know he wanted to go with JP, but I got the first say, so I picked Riley.
How, like,